I have two side hustles. I'm going to tell you how much I made off of them in the month of February and how many hours I worked in total. I have my notes and I'm ready to present it all to you. So the two side hustles that I do have is Amazon influencing, and I host bingo/trivia on Mondays and Wednesdays. I also started dabbling into class action lawsuits because they ended up being on my email, and I saw on TikTok that somebody said they make money off of them. So I decided to sign up for a few of them. Amazon. I worked a total of 6 hours and I made $424.72. I love that. But remember, I worked so many more hours prior to this to be able to set up a catalog of videos that allows me to make money without having to put in a lot of work. That means I made a total of $70.79 an hour on average from Amazon in February. And in February, it felt like a pretty slow month for my Amazon. Trivia. I worked a total of 13 and a half hours. I made $410. This one's a little bit slower as I need to be physically present. So this does require a lot more work on my end. And that means I made a total of $30.37 an hour from it. But look, I think it's something that's very fun. I could go all in and use those 13 and a half hours to keep focusing on Amazon and try and make more. But Amazon is fun, but I like interacting with people and putting on a show. Now, the class action lawsuits. This one I loved. I didn't even work a full hour on it. I worked maybe 5 minutes because they appeared on my email. So there was no research on my side of this. And I made a total of $803.94. That means hourly, I made $803.94 off of this. That's insane. That one obviously profited me the most. But again, these won't come every single day. And I don't know how to make that consistent at all, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure how to count that, or if I should count that even in these side hustles. So altogether, I worked a total of 19 and a half hours and I made $1,638.66, averaging $84.03 an hour. Now remember, this is all before taxes. I do have to pay that at the end of the year, but $84 an hour? People would kill to make that much. It really is such a great side hustle. I think I reached the peak of how much I would make this year in a singular month with the least amount of hours. I think the class action lawsuits really pushed this over the edge, and I think this is going to be an outlier in all the other months. I'm probably going to be averaging around $1,000 a month, but I'm going to enjoy the $1,600 that I got here. And I'll be honest with you, something tragic happened. I broke my laptop. The screen broke and the battery stopped working. So I'll be honest with you, now that I got that influx of the $1,600, I usually don't try to spend any of my side hustle money on anything at all. And I just store it all in a high yield savings account. I think I'm going to break my rule. And I'm going to buy myself a new laptop. And the iPhone that I'm using is an iPhone 13. And I'm starting to feel the strain of an old phone. Even though it's not that old, it is planned obsolescence on Apple's side, and my phone's going very, very slow. So I think it's time for an upgrade. I think the $800 that I made off of these lawsuits, I'm just gonna buy myself a laptop and a new phone and try to not feel guilty about doing so. Besides that, I'm always looking for a new side hustle. If you have one that you recommend, please let me know. If you want to continue on my journey of my side hustles and see maybe I will eventually gain another one to see how much I make off of it, give me a follow. Besides that, good luck, have fun. Next week, I'm going to tell you how much I made for the first week of March.